Welcome to Post Game on the Pitch. I'm Oz Wiedemar here of CascadiaSports.net. To my right is Stephen Agan of Radio Cascadia. To my left, John Marshall of Radio Cascadia. And you picked up another client.
Stoppage time.
Stoppage time. Okay, so here we are. It is the end of a wacky, wild, one-to-one match draw, if you will, between LAFC and the Seattle Sounders FC. Red card. Sounders ended up playing with 9 players. Try to talk to my guy over here, Stephen, about what does he want to say, and he just said it's a wacky game. Stephen, full of emotion. What's there?
Well, Sounders go to LA last weekend and get beaten by 4-1 in a real showcase for the league, right? One unbeaten team. LAFC just had the one loss. National television, all the stars, blah, blah, blah. Sounders just get run over in that game, 4-1, and then today they've got fewer resources to throw at it. They only are able to name 6 substitutes. They've got all these kids going out there. And then you get this massively weird game. Goals in the first 5 minutes, red cards, penalty, VAR, drama, all sorts of stuff. What a great league, man. What a great day.
Okay, so Mr. MLS here, he's plugging it in, John. Sounders came out and scored off a mistake. Then LA came back and scored. And like Steven is saying, so 2 goals and then we see nothing. What was going on defensively? Was that the key?
A little bit. Especially after that 18-minute red card rolled in. Seattle really had to buckle down and defend man down for the majority of this match. And LAFC is the most volatile attack in the league right now. A team that just beat you 4-1 a week ago, and now you're a man down having to defend against them. And they did a really good job of making life difficult for them, cutting down on the space for LAFC, which is something that LAFC took a lot of advantage of in the away game a week ago, and made a lot of chances that LAFC turned into really difficult chances instead of a really easy one like they had last week. So I think you got to commend them there for defending really well with a lot of heart, a lot of effort while down a man. The first goal is a bit of a letdown. I think defensively, Brian Church is going to look at that and not be too pleased with how his team defended on the first goal, and letting Vela get open in the back post for that little tap in. But after that, LA did have their chances, and they did miss a couple golden opportunities that they should have scored on. But they did the best they could at the time throughout the rest of the match to just frustrate LFC and make it so it was just a 1-1 game.
And with Vela inside, what LA does is they want to get inside, make intricate runs inside your defense, and when they do that, as John is saying, and you also alluded to that, Stephen, then they're able to get multiple quality full chances on goal. In soccer, there's full, quarter, half chances. Yeah. So Seattle was able to take to that space. Let's go back to the red card. So Christian Roldan gets a red card. We're going to play. Now, we're not the Jeopardy $1 million winner here, but red card or no red card?
Red card.
Okay, red card or no red card?
By the book, a red card.
Okay, what? No. Okay, why a red card, Stephen?
Anytime you put your hands above somebody else's shoulders and make any type of motion towards their face, you're going to get a red card. John brought up a great point during the match. You can remember a player named Juninho, famous for his time in Europe with Olympique Lyon, came over and played with the Red Bulls for a year or two, and jokingly during a match, put his hands around another player's eyes like that, covered his eyes.
A friend of his.
An old friend, and was given a red card for it during that game. The fact is out there, any type of contact above the shoulders is going to be a red. All that being said, I think that there's a real case to be made that Roldan was goaded into it, not by just one player, but by 2.
Okay. Yeah. All right, John, you say it's a red card. We know that contact to the face, any of that.
Yeah. It is, by the book, a red card. I think it's a really rough call to be given. I think Bob Bradley even said after the game that he felt that should have just been a yellow. We can talk about should it be or should it not be. By the book, it's supposed to be.
Right.
That's unfortunate.
Was it lack of discipline by Christian Roldan to put himself in a position where the referee makes that call right or wrong?
That's where I want to jump in.
Yeah.
When I first saw it from the press box, I thought it was not maybe intentional from Roldan, but I thought that there was something he could have done differently. There was a reason to be disappointed with him. After watching replays, that's where my opinion has changed. There's nothing Christian can do about that. He doesn't know that Atuesta is there. He's not even arguing with Atuesta, he's arguing with Kay. That's where I think he's really unfortunate, right? Is that he just absolutely can't know that what he's doing is going to lead to a red.
I disagree, but we got to move on because there's other flashpoints in this game.
And if I may, real quick,
Okay.
it's not the reaction to Atuesta that he shouldn't be reacting to. It's the reaction to Kay that starts the whole thing off, and he should not have shoved Kay to get that whole thing started. That's where the issue ends up being.
So summarize, Christian Rodin pushes this player. While he's doing that, there's a third player that comes in, and then that's what he gets called for. But another red card was on Kelvin Leerdam. So the Sounders ended up playing with 9, but somehow they were able to persevere. So on that one, red card.
Yeah, that was another interesting play, Maz, because right down here at the south end, you had Sounders with a chance at the end of the game to win the match after hardly touching the ball the entire second half, right? And Brad Smith just can't quite get on the end of the ball after rounding Tyler Miller.
Red card. Keep the red
Morris
card.
can't get there either. And then right instantly on the other end, it looks like Ted Uncle calls penalty against Seattle with the last kick of the game.
Okay.
And it's not. It's just outside the area, and it's actually that distinction, being outside the area, that leads to the red instead of the yellow that they initially showed.
So the red card, but no penalty. That's right. So it's a free kick.
Yeah.
Red card or no red card?
It's last man defender, I think, by the book, that's generally a red card. It's maybe a little tough because he is going shoulder to shoulder, but he plays the man, not the ball.
You have to play the ball.
And that's where the issue lies, is that if you're the last man back and you're in denial of a goal, obvious goal-scoring opportunity, and you foul the man and you don't play the man, you play the ball, or you play the man instead of the ball, and it's got to be a red card. I'm okay with that red card for Leerdam, though, because, I mean, it is basically saving a goal.
Okay, so
chance.
Okay.
And it's just an unfortunate situation for him to be put in, but it is the right call.
Okay, so it is a red card. Red card was called. Free kick. LAFC does not score, and we end up with a wacky, wild 1-1 tie. And Brian Smetzer, there's no moral victories in sports, but this is as close as it gets, that quote unquote. So with that, Sounders have going back to your point real quickly, because we've got to wind it up. Sounders have a few days off before they play. Imagine that.
Yeah, you take a look at from the hour mark on against San Jose through right now, and now the week they have off, there's a lot of momentum to build off of there. Coming back from 2 goals down against the Quakes, and then taking a point against the league's best side after they just thumped you by 4-1. I just honestly, if you're Sounders, you're going to bed giddy tonight. You held LAFC to 1.
Okay, are you giddy?
Maybe not so giddy, but I am pretty happy with the result. Being that it was, 78 plus minutes down a man against the league's best team, a team that beat you 4-1, and you do come out with a completed squad and get that draw. I'm pretty content with that draw, and I think the bigger question is who can be healthy coming in next week. We're assuming now that Leerdam and Roldan are both going to be suspended because of the red cards.
So both will sit out one.
And then there's 6 other guys that are injured that missed today's game and didn't get to play in the 18. And that's my biggest concern coming out of this game is who's going to get healthy, and are those red cards going to be more dangerous in the games going forward?
All right, so you're giddy, you're okay. We have to wait and see. For me, this is going to be wait and see, but I agree in terms of saying that after 3 games, it's a loss, a tie, and a tie. Injuries, a week off to wrestle. You'll just have to wait and see for next post game on the pitch when we recap the Sounders game. I'm Oz Vitamari for CascadiaSports.net. Stephen Hagan, Radio Cascadia. Always a pleasure. Love your insightfulness. John Marshall, Radio Cascadia and Stoppage. Thank you for your insightfulness. We'll thank you all for listening, and we will see you next week.